Got to get it, Papa. Well, here I am, standing in front of a bomber named Calamity Jane. Look that. It goes way back there. And it's pretty big, but not as big as the other thing I'm here to see here in Mobile, Alabama. You see, there's something behind you. I'm looking at it, but you can't see it yet. But you'll see it in a little while. But for right now, I'm gonna keep it as kind of a secret, I guess. I don't know why. But there's all kinds of things around here. And if I show you around a little bit, you'll see some of it. There's some other stuff over here. There's some helicopters and some boats. And I think I see a rocket poking out over there. And if I keep going, there's a submarine sitting on the ground. Look at that. You don't see that every day. And you can tell I'm still near Mobile because there's that big building downtown near the secret tunnel we popped out of the other day. And here's some Coast Guard stuff. So a couple of helicopters, and look, the rotors on them are all folded up because they can do that. They fold them up to put them inside and stuff, so they take up less room. And let's see what else. You can see inside some of them because of the windows, obviously. Anyway, then there's a missile from for the Army. Look at that. That's something. You don't see that every day laying around in the front yard. Oh, and here's something else. Look at that. That's a gun. Luckily, I'm to the side slightly, so they can't shoot me with it. It would still probably hurt if I'm standing this close to it when it goes off. So luckily, it's not going to be going off anytime soon. So there you go. Well, that's some of the stuff. But the main thing, the real big thing I came over here to see is right over there. Look at that, behind the giant finger. Even the giant finger can't cover it all up. Because that's the USS Alabama. It's a battleship. And it's partially obscured by the aircraft pavilion there. But it won't be obscured for long because we're going to go see what else is going on back there. And here's some planes, some jets. And look, there's people walking around on the submarine, even though it's on the ground. So there's all kind of stuff to see over here when you come to see the USS Alabama. Just saying. There's a restricted area, but I'm not going to go past the sign. I'm just going to go up here so we can get a good look at the submarine. And you can see what the bottom of the submarine looks like. Because usually it's way underwater, so you don't really get to see that. Even when they're on the surface, you don't see underneath. So now you can see that. It's a looked at exclusive. And so there you go. There's all kind of stuff around here. There's some radiation hazards, in case you were interested. So I'm not gonna step too close to it. But anyway. That's the Dragon Wagon, and it's got the cool pictures of it right there. Look at that. These are jets, by the way. These actually, even though this one is a Navy jet, it doesn't go in the water. It doesn't do that. It flies in the air. So if you're confused, I can't really help you. And that one's for the Marines. And that's a Navy jet. Brought to you by GE. And ooh, look, this one, the dome is gold. It's not solid gold though. It's just the canopy is colored that way. And there's something you don't see every day. And if you did, you might get hurt. Because that's this business end of a jet engine. And this is the underside of a jet. And I think we might have seen these before on another exciting looked at adventure. And there's a engine just sitting there. And here's a piece of support equipment that they use to get things ready to launch. Look all that. See them. And whenever you need to work on these, just a handy pair of pliers and a screwdriver is all you need. It looks complicated, but it's really not. And this is all just inside the aircraft pavilion here. And you get your tickets and everything in here when you walk in. And we're gonna walk around some more, but there's all kind of stuff going on today around here. Moved around a little bit, we could see some of these things from another angle, including this plane right here, which if you notice, it doesn't have wheels on it. It's got floats because it lands on the water. It doesn't go in the water, hopefully. It just lands on the water. So there you go, even got a little rudder on the back. Look at that. And if I stick my face close to it, they can hit it and it'll go and slap me in the face. But I'm not gonna do that today. And this here, if I remember right, is a bomber. And look, there's a secret hatch that's open. So let's do what we do on Looked At and stick our head inside. And here we are. You can look around. Look back there. Uh-oh. Oh boy, I did it this time. It's time for me to go. Danger, danger. Look, that's in here. And if you think this truck looks slightly familiar, because they saw another one kind of like it in Homa. And it's a Vietnam era vehicle. And they'd armor it up and they'd put weapons on it, like those machine guns. And when they rode around, they could take a shot at stuff every once in a while if they felt like it. Oh, look at that. There's a simulator ting over there. You can get in and fly all over the place, especially if you don't put your seatbelt on. Talk about excitement. And I think I see lunch. Yep. It looks like it's almost lunchtime for me and Luke Dad. And if you ever watch that show MASH, here's an ambulance. And it's complete with some wounded guys inside. They're not having a good day if they're having to lay down in the ambulance, unless they're just like taking a nap and goofing off. But hopefully they wouldn't do too much of that. And if you notice back there, there's a presidential helicopter. And Luke, that has been exciting for being able to show a lot of presidential vehicles recently, because we had all the stuff in Homa. They had the plane, Air Force One plane, and the presidential limousine and all that. All kind of fun stuff. Something's getting ready to happen in here. I need to get out because they have tables and stuff set up, and there's an honor guard group coming in, and there's all, like I said, there's all kind of exciting stuff going on here today. And sometimes see, there's Navy guys coming in, and they're hauling stuff. So I'm gonna I think I'm gonna get out of here for right now. Well, here's something a little different. This is a submarine, but it's not very modern. I think this was a Civil War submarine. I don't see a sign for it, but it's a really old one. And you might have to Google that and see if you can figure out what it is, what the name of it is. And that's a PT boat, I believe. Right there. And this back here, that's the drum. That's a submarine. It's not an actual drum, it's a submarine. It has a really cool mascot. If I can find a picture of him, I'll show you. And I'm on the drum. And I know I'm on the drum because it says so on the bell right there. Otherwise I might be confused, but I'm not confused right now. But anyway, you see they got their signal flags up. And let's see, the part where you go in to tour it is up at the bow. That's the front of the ship. It's called the bow. Kind of. It's not the very tip, but close. And see, even the submarines had guns on top. And they cover them up, plug them up and stuff when they go underwater. Because they couldn't take that down every time they went in the water. So they would cover them, plug them up, and they could go down into the depths of the sea. And here's how you get in now. All this railing and stuff wasn't here originally. This was just added for people like me, your average tourista. So let's see what happens when I go down and down. And look at this part. It's all hollow up here. Bet you didn't know that. But now you do. There's been sitting there, and there's the Walt Disney Studios actually drew that mascot for him. He's one of the coolest mascots ever. The nifty octopus guy beating on the drum with all those tentacles. And that picture is right under this, a torpedo. It's a Mark 14 torpedo actually. And it's ready to be loaded over and put in that torpedo tube, and then they close the door and whoosh, and then paya, it blows up, hopefully the enemy. And they got 4 of them up here, in case you didn't know. And it's surprisingly roomy right here. You can go up there if you want to. I think that was the original way. In and out. Oops. And there's some propellers. So you grab onto this, and you stick your legs in, and then you plop yourself inside. Let's see how I can do this. Watch me struggle. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. This is the galley area. You get to have your meals, and there's some delicious looking bread over there. And this is the officer's stateroom. You know, it's a little crowded. It's got a surprising amount of headroom. Seems like a lot of them are lower than that.
Ja, ich meine, aber dann stell dir mal vor, du bist Monate lang.
And there's somebody left all their candy on the counter. You're gonna be sad when somebody grabs it. That's another room. Oh, and there's another picture of the mascot. Nope, died. And that's a secret sink that pops out of the wall, so you can brush your teeth and stuff. This is the spacious ship's office with a typewriter and all the accoutrements. And now we get to go through another exciting door.
The World War II Museum in New Orleans. That's a wonderful museum. There are 6 people up there, but y'all need to be related somehow, because if not, when you come down, you will be. Okay, it's tight, and I don't want nobody banging into somebody they don't need to be banging into. You can look through the periscope. Periscope's the original from World War II, but it does not turn because there's no hydraulics. And it's not like the John Wayne movies where you're going to have 15 people up there at one time. That's a lie. Okay, it's 5 people, 6 people, and then it gets cramped quick.
One big.
Watch your back going up there, because it looks like a perfect circle, and when you're halfway up, it's like the hole closes in on you because it's not a perfect circle, it's oblong.
I'll stay here.
We're gonna die.
If this step right here was painted red, this is your make or break. Most people go up here and they'll stop and they'll go down. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna call me a liar, but it's the truth. 9 times out of 10, it's the guys that do it. Little girls will run up there like it was nothing. And I'd have lost money because I'd have thought it was the other way around. No.
That would be no printing.
It's a little.
We had a little kid in here one time, and he was spinning the wheel, and as he was spinning the wheel, was leaning with the boat like it was leaning. He started freaking out.
Back in here.
But y'all more than welcome to come. Everything here is designed to be touched and looked at. You can't break nothing. Just be careful, because everything in here bites.
Including them.
I ate lunch, so I'm not hungry right now. Just be careful. Watch your back going up. Yep. Yeah, we're trying to get it through solid.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, so you know. Oh, and there's the cook. He's making some scrambled eggs and some sausage, and there's some potatoes and stuff. Oh, and some big loaves of bread. Good job, Cookie. And this is a spacious galley where you get to eat. And down there's a freezer where they keep all the ice cream and goodies. Snowballs and stuff. There's plenty of room in here. And the ceiling's really high. I'm reaching up as high as I can, but I didn't even hit it. But you can see the curve of the hull. And if you eat too much and you have to run for cover, you can go straight up in here. Out the secret hatch. There's some guys doing some radio stuff in here.
CQ, CQ, CQ. Kilo 4, Delta Sierra Romeo. Kilo 4, Delta Sierra Romeo. Calling CQ from the USS Drum, a highly decorated World War II submarine located in Mobile Bay, Mobile, Alabama. Calling CQ. I'm going to bring you another pad.
Look how comfy these are. They're super padded.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 4 Delta Sierra.
And here is the favorite room of the whole place, the bathroom.
From the USS Drum, a highly decorated World War II submarine located.
There's the laundry.
in Mobile Bay, Mobile, Alabama.
And here's another door to go through. Watch out. Let's see. There's no handle on this one. Now. And this is the engine room. And you see we're in start position, so we're ready to go. So there you go. You've had your lesson. Now this has got some handles on it. And it's got a handle here, so it'll go flying through. There's more engines. Plenty of engines. And this has got a little glass thing so you can see inside.
Another door.
Because normally you can't do that. And there's the cylinders down there. Let's see. Oh, the exit's this way. This, I believe, is batteries in here. It's the battery room.
Exit right here. Oh yeah, way more smaller.
Even kids think it's smaller in here, and it is. It'd be skinny guys to run this thing. And, oh, these are all set, but these would be fun to play with. And then you have this spacious compartment over here. Plenty of room. All right, here we go. Ooh, we're at the back. We're back at the back. And see, you got your bunks with your torpedoes that lay on top of you. If you don't wake up and get to work, they just let the torpedoes squish you.
Except one reason that guys volunteered for the submarine, other than the 50% extra pay, was the better food. And I got to looking at it, they carried, when we were on patrol, they had over a ton of beef on this thing. So, I mean, you know.
Yep, seeing the planes and the submarines at the Battleship Park in Mobile is sure a lot of fun, but we haven't seen the main thing. And there's going to be lots of action when we get on the USS Alabama on the next episode of Look Dat.